Hey YouTube, what is going on? I have got a UU match for you here today, and let's just start it off because I will be skipping a huge portion of it for a good reason. So anyways, they lead off with their Darmanitan as I lead off with Tornadus. First turn I do go for the, not the Flare Blitz, the Prankster Rain Dance with the Damp Rock as they go for the Flare Blitz. As I go into my Kingdra, knowing I have a safe switch because he is Scarfed, I can almost guarantee that, but anyways, in here with Kingdra, he's not going to take a Waterfall, Hydro Pump, Surf, but I am the DD set, so I do sit in here setting up, which isn't the greatest move this early in this match, but I do go for the Outrage. Even though his Bronzong can resist, I really don't mind because I don't really need Kingdra, mainly for the fact that he does have his Suicune, or Suicune, whatever. But now that he's in here with his Bronzong, he can easily resist that Outrage as I am locked into it. And now I'm confused as he Toxic'd me and then got his Rocks up. So it's not that great for me, but the Rocks really don't end up mattering all that much. So Suicune comes on in here to resist the Waterfall, but I do go for the Outrage, not wanting to hit it with a Waterfall. And then I am very low on health, and since I'm locked into Outrage, he knows that goes into Bronzong, but I kill myself with Confusion. So going here to Chandelure to scare him out with the possible fire move, but strangely enough, he has Protect, which I find weird because, yeah, I don't really know why. I guess it worked in his situation, but I did go for a sub rather than a Fire Blast, so safely behind a sub as he expects a fire move. He goes into Suicune, I get the Calm Mind up, and that Shadow Ball does 50%, and then he takes out my sub with his Scald. So I go for another Shadow Ball, and I do get a crit, which definitely mattered, as we saw the first one only did 50%, but me being dumb forgets that Mienshao learns Stone Edge. But I do go on a Gligar here to bait the possible HP Ice, but then, since I go into my Hitmontop to get the Intimidate, unfortunately he gets the crit with it, as I do resist it, -1, that definitely mattered, but not so much because I guess that kind of makes up for the crit on his Suicune, but I do go for the Toxic as he expects me to switch. I don't really need Hitmontop. The main thing that I need at this point is Gligar, and I just go for the Toxic, followed up by a Sucker Punch to be able to get as much damage as possible along with that Toxic. Poison racking up, so going here to Tornadus, knowing I can outspeed, and now Mienshao comes in and goes for the Fake Out, so it looks like the all-out attacker set, which is pretty good. But as you can see, Rocks really don't play at all any kind of big situation type thing, you know. But in comes the Bronzong, and I am going to completely skip a huge portion of the battle, and you'll see just how much I've skipped when I come back, because we wall each other's sets, but I don't want to switch into Verzion to take a Gyro Ball, which I know will do a large amount of damage, because I've got Earthquake and Toxic to hit him, which do nothing, and he's got Toxic because Immunity does nothing, and he's got Gyro Ball, which only does 12%. So I will pause this and come back to let you guys see the rest of the battle. 60 turns later. You're welcome. Alright YouTube, so we are back, and Bronzong is now struggling, so he did use his final Gyro Ball. We each used all of our Stealth Rocks, and I am very low on Roost, Toxic, and Earthquake, but because Bronzong is now completely out of PP and has to struggle, that's good news for me, because I know that since Mienshao does not have the HP Ice, I can take on the Mienshao much easier, and Darmanitan is easily walled by Gligar because of Gligar's amazing physical bulk. So I am going to Roost for one of the final times against Bronzong as they KO themselves with struggle. So one of the most crucial parts of the match, he does get a crit, but doesn't matter. Crucial part is the fact that I hit my Toxic. Had I not hit that, I would have lost. He does miss the second one, doesn't matter though because I did Roost. But yeah, so he does go for another Stone Edge, Life Orb, Earthquake, and Toxic will take him out. So had I not hit that Toxic, I would have lost the match. But in comes Darmanitan, and that Flare Blitz doesn't even do enough to where if a crit had happened, I would have died. So that match is going to be my game. Narrow 2-0 victory in my favor because that was the complete last move that I had. So I was out of everything. That was my final Earthquake. But I had Virizion, but Darmanitan would have likely demolished it with a Flare Blitz. So anyways, that is going to be the Pokemon Showdown match for today. I hope you all enjoyed it. Gligar is an absolute monster. And yeah, so once again, that is going to be the video. Hope you all enjoyed. Leave a like. It always helps. I'd love to know what you guys think. Leave a comment and subscribe. I will see you all later.